Oh my God, coronavirus is hurting me very badly. All my live events canceled. I have no participants coming in. I have a $10,000 contract that is now gone. How many of you have this question? How many of you really seriously affected by coronavirus? Or sometimes we call it COVID-19. So in this video, I'm going to explain something which is very important to some of you, that is online courses. But there's always a myth. I want you to use this video to demystify this myth. And this week, I want to talk about something called deep thinking. Deep thinking. I want you to think deep. I want you to not just think just laterally or superficially, because I want you to think deep so that you get this question correctly and answer accordingly. All right, so before I do that, as usual, I need you to do me a favor. If you haven't clicked subscribe button below, do it so that my videos will be reaching out to wider range of audiences. And most importantly, hit the bell and get notified. Hit the bell and get notified so that you know when's the next video being uploaded on my channel. All right, now, coronavirus, COVID-19, at the time when I'm recording this video, has caused a lot of hiccups to trainer speakers because live events have to be cancelled. People are afraid. People are scared to death. And government actually imposed warnings, restrictions of organizers having large events. I'm from Singapore. The Singapore government has a warning that if someone is to hold an event with 250 people or more, the event organizer has to apply for approval and make sure that all the safety and precautionary measures, are in place, and the Singapore government authority has to be satisfied. So that makes event organizers a big problem. All right. So without any live events, then as a trainer, as a speaker, what can you do? So logically, people say, if I can't do offline, then I do online. Awesome, do online. So then the question that I've seen in the marketplace is about, okay, how do I create an online course? What should I do to create an online course? And then actually the thing is that what can I do to teach online? In my opinion, these are all wrong questions. Because number one, I need to find out who you are first. So I said there are two groups of people who might be asking these questions. Group number one, you have already been doing awesome job in your live events, changing thousands of people's life. And because of the coronavirus, you aren't able to do the same right now. So yes, you are considering moving your live events to the cyberspace or the virtual event place. So for that, yes, you should go and learn how to create online courses, learn how to create online curriculums or webinars or whatever. So you just change your medium of instruction, so to speak. Instead of a classroom, live events, you are putting these people up to a cyberspace. So that is a legitimate question for you. So if that is you, this video is not for you. Why? Because I'm going to address to the second group of people. So if you are the first group and you want to listen, then by all means continue watching. But if you are not the first group, now this might be you. The second group is, I'm still struggling with my live events. I can't fill the room. I don't know how to craft my offer. I do not know how to present, or I have difficulty in engaging with the audiences. If this is you, then this question, whether you should do any online event, is not the question you should ask. And I have to ask you one more time, stop asking this question, because in the first place, guess what? Whether you do a course online or offline is all about medium. Okay, medium. Medium is how you deliver your program, is the how. But if you are struggling with other questions that I mentioned, like you can't fill the room, that means number one, your market to the message has an issue. You might not be able to identify your target market, your ideal clients. That's why people don't come to your room. Or your message is not well articulated. your story requires some re-engineering. So therefore, it's not about the how, it's about the who, which is the market, and then the what, which is the message. You've got to fix these two things first. Who and what. Who are your target audiences? And what are they? What is your message? It's only then you deal with the medium, which is the how. Market, message, media. Market, message, medium. So if you belong to the second group, where you are facing your market and your message issues or challenges, then this medium is nothing important right now. Because you can say, oh, well, let me create an online course because I can't sell them live, I sell them online. Good. But how are you going to sell? You're going to create a course. I have a video up before talking about you can create a course. The problem is that you create a course but nobody buys. You see, the problem will still be there. Because when you can't identify the right market, you can create a course but nobody buys. But once you actually struck the right market, you don't need to create the course. You sell first. You make your offer and get your money. Then now you're obliged to create the course. And that's really the question you need to go and ask. Like, now that I've got the money, how am I going to create the course and deliver it? Yeah, that's good. That will be the question that you will ask properly. But until you fix your market, your message, stop asking the question, how do I do an online course? Because the word how, the question about how, is a very low level question. It doesn't help you in solving your bigger picture. Okay? That's why I said that this week I'm talking about deep thinking. Because the question that you are thinking may be too superficial. And even though you get the answer, it doesn't solve your fundamental issue, which means that you will still get stuck. So let's say you talk about create an online event. Well, you can talk about how to use Katra, Kajabi, or even just WordPress. Like, there are so many online platforms that you can create your online courses. Udemy is one of them. But the point is that, well, you can do all the videos, training online, post it online, hope that people buy. Hope that people buy. The question is that, will people buy? What is your marketing message in the first place? Who are the people that you love to help? And you can have the courses there, but nobody bought. That makes a lot of differences. Does that make sense? Comment below. So the other questions I have about online courses is that there are some programs, in my opinion, you can't really do online. So for example, things that relate to intervention, okay, which requires form of physical touch. Okay, so there are some programs or some processes which requires physical touch. If you don't do it, it's like we call in the sensory predicates, you have the visual, you have the auditory, but without the physical touch, the kinesthetic is kind of like missing. So if you are running virtual events, think about there are something that will be restrictions of some of the processes that you may not be able to do virtually, but you can think creative. What if you can get the participants in the same location by giving or empowering a person, a participant in that room to help the other person? So you give instructions long distance, but you coach your participants to do it with another person. So I'm not saying that you have to be the one doing everything. Again, it depends on the situation. So this is what I say, even though you may be asking, like, how do I create online courses? The way you deliver your program, the methodology, the processes, you need to be very flexible and be creative. So this is another topic of another day. All I'm saying is that just talking about online courses in this video, I think you need to ask yourself, which group do you belong to first? Remember, if you're group 1, this is a good question. If you're group 2, where you struggle your market, your message, then fix your market, fix your message. And finally, after you fix them, make an offer first. Get the money in first. and verify and validate whether this is the offer that people will buy, then you create the course. Does that make sense? All right? So I hope that you get something out, and remember, the quality of the answer can only be determined based on the quality of the question. During the coronavirus time, it is very, very good time for you to start looking at your business model and get deeper and think deeper. So the other parting note for me before I end this video is that if everybody else talk about going online, what should you do? As the saying goes, 95% of people will go to the wrong direction. Some of them will be going to the wrong direction enthusiastically. If you want to be the 5%, where are you going? That's the thing that I'm thinking right now. I honestly don't have the answer right now. I'm still thinking about this. I'm going through a very heavily deep process. Like so many people talk about going online. What else can I do? What else can I do? What else can I do? Because by the time that everybody go to online, that online fever will be gone. That's my experience. Does that make sense? Comment below. All right? And by the way, if you do have any other questions on speaking, training, and facilitation, comment below. I would love to answer some of these questions in the form of future videos. All right? So my name is Jack Wong. I hope our path crosses someday, sometimes, either in future videos or physical meeting. Till then we next meet, I'm signing off now. All good wishes.